Alright, y'all, there's something that I want to address in this space, in this world of cryptocurrency trading, Bitcoin trading, leverage trading, because I'm encountering so many people who are setting themselves up for failure. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want people to lose trades. I want people to win. We're all in this for one reason, to make money. And sadly, most people lose money when they're trading Bitcoin. And there are some very, very simple principles that you can apply to your trading that will totally turn things around if you find yourself losing trade after trade. I mean, it is a vicious cycle sometimes. You lose a trade, and then it's called revenge trading, where you enter another trade to try and earn back your losses, but you end up losing more. And it's very, very discouraging. Now guys, this video is for everybody who trades, okay? But obviously if you follow the channel, you know that I use the indicator called Market Cipher for my trading. And if you don't have Market Cipher and you want Market Cipher, you can click the link in the description of this video. It would really help out the channel. But the principles I'm going to lay out are for everybody, not just people who are using Market Cipher, but for those of us who are using Market Cipher. We have an amazing tool at our disposal, guys. If you look at Market Cipher and understand how to read it and do what it says, and if you do not deviate from the strategy that you have put into place, you're pretty much guaranteed to be successful. People think I'm exaggerating when I say if you just do what Market Cipher says, you're going to win every trade. But case in point, guys, I have been experimenting with a new scalping strategy during the past week using Market Cipher because I'm typically a swing trader. I really don't have time to scalp. But the past few days, there's been so much snow outside, I haven't been able to do anything. So I've been trying to learn how to scalp. And so I made this ByBit account with just $1,000. And I've been utilizing this new scalping strategy. And look at this. How many trades are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades. I won 8 out of 10. To the next page, 10 out of 10. Just small trades here, right? I have $1,000 in the account. Depending on the trade, I'm putting like 800 down on it, 700 down, 500, 250, 250. I'm making small little gains here and there. $10 here, $30 here, $50 here. The thing is, the gains are adding up. And the reason is not because I'm an amazing trader. Because before I had Market Cipher, I was a break-even trader. I would win a lot, I would lose. Now that I have Market Cipher, I feel like I finally have mastered these markets, and I've been backtesting so many strategies. So, if you have Market Cipher, guys, there is no reason you should be losing right now. And so I'm about to lay out some very simple principles that you can take hold of them and use them. And you can start turning your trading life around now. Now, the first thing, guys, how to stop losing trades. How to become profitable. The first thing that we need to do is we need to create a strategy and stick to it. We need to create a strategy that we know that works and then do not deviate from it. Here's the thing. I created a video right here. Create a winning Market Cipher strategy about a week ago, where I outlined step by step how you can create your own winning strategy that works for your trading style, your lifestyle. I have it outlined right here. Now here's the thing, even if people create their own strategy, the biggest thing that hurts them is that they don't stick to their strategy. They will rationalize reasons as to why it's okay to enter a trade even if they're not getting their confirmations. Now, let me just explain what I mean by that. Now, this morning, right, we just experienced this huge Bitcoin crash. And then all of a sudden, we had this giant blue candlestick come up here, right? Of course, it came back down since then. But there were so many people in the CryptoFace Discord and other trading discords that I'm involved in who were using Market Cipher, but they were looking for a long. They were looking for a long right here because they're like, oh, we hit the bottom, we're looking for a long. But guys, we did not get any confirmations on large time frames that we should be looking for a long. I'm not talking about scalping here. I'm talking about longer term trades. We never got a bottom on the 4 hour. there's no indication that we should be entering a long. So a lot of people FOMO'd into a long here just to come back down, and probably a lot of people got liquidated because they did not stick to their plan. And regardless of if you're scalping or swing trading, if you don't stick to your plan, you're definitely going to lose. That's just inevitable. That is inevitable. And I lost my notepad. Here it is. Something else to keep in mind, guys, you don't need to trade every day. If you're swing trading, you don't need to trade every day. Even if you're day trading, you don't need to trade every day. You can't force these trade setups to happen. You can't force a triangle to happen. You can't force, trigger waves and anchor waves to happen. A lot of people, I feel like, are over trading. If you wait for the perfect setup to come to you, you're going to win because it's the perfect setup. You have all your confirmations. Unfortunately, the same kind of thing happens where people feel like they need to do something. They feel like they need to be making money. They feel like they need to constantly be in a trade. They feel like they need to scalp even if they're not good at scalping. Don't do that, guys. Relax. Patience, discipline. Trading is a skill. And part of that skill is developing your mindset, which is I'm not in a rush here to make money. I'm here to develop a skill, something that will be with me for the rest of my life, something that I can pass on to my kids, something that I can use to consistently make money, even on a smaller scale for the rest of my life, knowing that the work I'm putting in now with my discipline and my patience, you reap what you sow. If you practice good money management, if you practice patience, if you practice sticking to your strategy, your account is going to grow, and you're going to get to the point where you're going to be able to make a lot of money on your trades, right? It's just the way it's going to happen. So create a winning strategy. Go through all these steps. Watch the video that I pointed out to you over here. Watch this video. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. Create a winning Market Cipher strategy. Okay, I'll go through everything that you see here step by step. The second thing, guys, is risk management, right? Risk management. Now, for me, I never risk more than, I would say, to be honest with you, 5% of my entire trading account. I have people contact me saying, look, Jason, I just got into Bitcoin. I put it all into a ByBit account, and they're leveraging 10x leverage with 100% of their trading account. Guys, this is setting you up for failure. Here's why. Now, even in the trades that I showed you, my little scalps, right, where I'm winning all these trades here, this is a strategy that I tested and back tested, and before I started actually trading with it, I was really studying the charts. But you saw I had 2 losses, okay? If I'm putting 100% of my account into a trade, and I am using 10x leverage, if I lose one trade, I could lose like 25% of my account in one trade. Those 2 losses, I could have lost half of my account. If you only have $1,000 to start off with and you lose half of your account, that means half of your potential to make money is gone, because trading is all about preserving your capital. You need to treasure that capital like it's your everything, because when it comes to trading, it is your everything. The only means you have to make money trading is the fact that you have that capital, you have that money in your account to trade with. If you lose that capital, then you're stuck. You're stuck. So don't focus on trying to make a lot of money, guys. Focus on preserving your capital, and the way you're going to do that is by not risking more than 5% of your entire account on one trade. If you're beginning, if you're brand new, don't risk more than 1%, even 0.5% of your account on one trade until you get the hang of it. Now, that doesn't mean if you have $1,000 that you can only put down, $10 or 100. It doesn't mean you can only risk 10. I'm sorry. When I say you only risk 1% of your account, I don't mean you enter a trade with 10 contracts, $10 worth. I mean you set up your stop loss so that if the trade goes south, you only lose $10, 1% of that $1,000. And basically the way you do that is, instead of entering a trade with $1,000 on 10x leverage enter a trade with $250. Okay, that's 25% of your account, which will then give you so much playing room. You could have a stop loss of if you're risking 1% of your account, you could have your stop loss at 4%. A 4% stop loss is a lot of wiggle room, because then the price can go down 4% and you still are only going to lose 1% of your entire trading account. So the way you would do that with stop losses, guys, is you're going to have to be selective about the trades you enter, which is I'm going to get into more later about maybe starting with swing trading instead of scalping. But I like to use, for stop losses, honestly, guys, I either like to use the previous swing low or I like to use the 21 EMA moving average, because the 21 EMA moving average tends to really act as, a dynamic support, especially on these larger time frames. Like if we go to the 6 hour, I mean, really on the 6 hour, guys, if we cross above this 6 hour, 21 EMA, if we cross below it, I mean, there's a good chance we're heading into a downtrend. Let's be real. So I'll use the 21 EMA as a stop loss. So let's say you entered a trade, you're looking at Market Cipher B. Back in January, you saw this big old bottom anchor wave. You see the momentum moving upward, the money flow starting to cross over. You're seeing these trigger waves right here. And you say, okay, I'm going to enter as soon as the money flow crosses over into the blue, right? Then what you could do is you could set your long position right here. The money flow just crossed over. Where did we cross over? Right here. Set your long position. You set your stop loss below the 21 EMA, which is about 4%. So if we had a $1,000 account, we're risking, 1.1% of our whole account right here. That's acceptable. And then we just set our take profit. Where would we take our profits? A lot of people like to take profits where the red diamond shows up on Market Cipher A. Those are good take profit zones. I wouldn't take all your profits at once, but take a little on the way up. And so look at this. You have the potential right here. If you entered that trade, right? How high did this thing go? Really high. You would have made 65%. 65%. What's $250? 250 times 0.65. You made $162. So now you just grew your account. You grew your account by over 10%. That's huge, man. That's huge. You grew your account by over 10%, only risking 1% of your account. If you do this on a consistent basis where you risk 1% of your account and you make, 16%, that is huge, guys. We need to look at this in a bigger picture. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme, This it's about building our account, building our capital, building our means to make money. If every trade you enter, you risk 1% and earn 10%, that is huge. That is something that, even professional traders who do this like full time struggle with. So just keep that in mind. And one more thing, the next point is the whole leverage thing. I know that leverage is so tempting because a lot of people come into this and they say, okay, I want to become a professional trader, I want to quit my job, and I want to just trade full time. Guys, if you are using leverage, if you're new, you are going to lose your money. The reason exchanges allow you to leverage so much is because exchanges want to get paid. They know that new traders are going to come in. They know it's so appealing to say, hey, you have $1,000? Well, guess what? You can put $100,000 into this trade and look at all the profit you can make. You're going to lose your money, guys. And the reason for that is because, first of all, the psychology and the mindset that a person ends up with if they're risking their whole stack with high leverage is that of a madman. Now, let me just give you an example. Let's say, just as an example, You are not going to make money if you over leverage. Let's say you entered a trade right here on this candlestick. I'm not saying you would, but let's just say you did enter a trade right here. And in hindsight, you could see, wow, this was a really great trade. I could have made, 25% on this trade. And you set your stop loss below the 21 EMA. What's happening here is as soon as you enter this trade, it starts to go down. It starts to go down. It starts to go down even more. And if you don't get even if you don't get liquidated, what's going to happen is you're going to freak yourself out. Let's say, you did have $1,000 and you 10x your $1,000 and you have $10,000 in the trade. It's coming down. You're losing hundreds of dollars you're seeing leave your account. And then it comes up a little and you're like, oh man, now I'm only negative $50. Let me get out now before I lose even more money. So you're going to get out of the trade too early. Or instead of leaving with a small loss, you might leave with a small win. Like as soon as you break even, you're like, man, I'm getting out of this trade. This is scary. I'm getting out. You should be able to enter a trade if it's a swing trade and then forget about it for a little while. Like you should be able to enter your trade if you're trading on the 6-hour time frame and then go about your day and come back in 6 hours. Come back in 12 hours. Come back in a day and see how things are going. Because honestly, guys, if you're in a trade where you are so paranoid about it, you're risking too much. You're risking too much. So don't over leverage. If you're new, start with spot trading. Develop your skill. Look at this as a marathon and not a sprint. You're building a skill. You're building something that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. If you're making a ton of money leverage trading, you're going to lose a ton of money leverage trading. It's just the way it is, okay? Especially if you're new. Now, I'm not talking about people like CryptoFace, okay? We are not CryptoFace, guys, okay? You are not CryptoFace. Unless you are watching this, the real CryptoFace, you are not CryptoFace. You need to hone your skills. You need to develop your skills. You need to take it step by step. You will get to a place where you will be comfortable using 10x leverage because you have enough capital to do it without being paranoid. Okay? We've seen CryptoFace lose trades on live stream. Does it bother him? No. Because he has enough capital where that loss to us would be devastating. To him is not a big deal because he spent a lot of time stacking his crypto. He spent a lot of time trading, honing his skills, and we need to do the same thing. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is if you're new to trading, don't try to scalp right away, especially if you're new. And if you're new to Market Cipher, don't try to scalp. If you're new to Market Cipher, I recommend that you watch this video, how to create a winning Market Cipher strategy, but also I made another video called Win Every Trade, my Market Cipher strategy. This is my swing trading strategy right here. Okay, I've used this strategy to enter a trade and stay in for a month and make like 75%. This strategy right here is great for new traders because it's simple, it's clear, your confirmations are defined, and scalping is especially if you're new, it is stressful. It is stressful. There's a lot on the line. Things are moving so fast. It's not that simple. Okay, I've been working on a strategy for a few weeks now, and I feel like I finally have it down. But if you're new, start with swing trading. Don't start with scalping. Trade on these larger time frames. I talk to people who comment me, and they're getting wrecked. They're entering like 5, 6, 7 trades a day. Guys, if you just even enter 1 or 2 trades a month, you could, in these crazy bull markets, you could make so much money. So much money. Even if you just have $1,000 to start with. If you have more, if you have $10,000 to start with, and you can put $2,500 down on every trade, you could make so much money. If you put $5,000 down on every trade, and you only risk 5% of your account per trade, nobody should be losing money in these markets. Nobody, especially if you have Market Cipher, guys. So, I just want to encourage you, because I know a lot of people are feeling discouraged right now. I hope that this video can help people. It's my hope that this video can help people. So guys, like the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Give the video a like. Thank you to everybody who's in the live stream this morning. I'll be trying to do more live streams. Also, guys, I want to get a Discord going. I'm in the process of getting a Discord. I'm also in the process of setting up a Patreon account. And also, I'm in the process of creating a trading course that goes over everything from zero, from A to Z. Every little thing. If you're totally new to trading and you've never looked at a chart before, you don't know anything about technical analysis, this course is going to go over everything from what is a candlestick to Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci extensions, setting targets, setting take profit levels, setting your stop loss levels, using Market Cipher, developing a winning strategy, figuring out what kind of trader you want to be. All these things are going to be available in this course. I'm working on it right now. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video.